Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's good. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me? to say, nice scarf. Good afternoon, basketball fans across Cape Breton and around the world. Thank you for tuning into this YouTube broadcast of National Basketball League of Canada action between the 2-9 PEI Storm and the 10-6 Cape Breton Highlanders, live here at Center 200. Well, my name's Stephen Andel. I'll be calling play-by-play action today, and I'll be joined in a moment by Daniel Breton. About plus 2 degrees here in Sydney today. Got a fair bit of snow in the last while. Seems to be melting off. Kind of temperate conditions. We're going to have a warm day, maybe a little bit of rain later on. It's reasonably not quite as cold here in Center 200, clearly only because of the atmosphere outside. Players are on the floor now and ready to go. Daniel, welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It is a lot warmer. It's a lot better inside Center 200 tonight. Now you're not freezing.
That's for sure. We had a lot of drama we'll talk about through the broadcast in the last few days for the Cape Breton Highlanders. Suffice to say, all's well that ends well. But let's get to the starting lineups before tip-off. For the Island Storm, 6'1 guard from New York City, New York. Number 5, Kareem Canty. 6'7 forward from Greenville, South Carolina. Number 6, Terrell Bain. 6'4 guard from Brampton, Ontario. Number 10, Alex Campbell. 6'8 forward from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Number 22, Samson Carter back. 6'8 forward from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Number 24, Russell Bird. So Carter back in the lineup for the Island Storm, which is good news for them as their leading scorer. For the Cape Breton Highlanders, we'll see a 6'10 center from Windsor, California. Number 32, Tanner Ginnings, take this tip-off. He'll be joined by 6'5 forward from Houston, Texas. 13, George Williams. 6'5 guard from Ajax, Ontario. Number 11, Aaron Redpath. 6'6 forward from Goose Creek, South Carolina. Number 6, Lewis McCullough. And the captain, and still Highlander, number 1, 6'3 guard, Germantown, Maryland, Bruce Massey. Massey couldn't make that one go in the first play. What was that action there, Daniel? What did you see?
He did a very good job at creating space and getting drive in there, but he ended up just hitting a little bit too hard off the backboard there and missing the layup.
Very good. Island Storm on offense. There's Carter pulling up a 3, no good. Redpath grabs that and heads the other way with it across center. Lewis McCullough now set up, gives it to Tanner Giddings. Giddings looking inside, finds George Williams just outside the paint, turns around inside off the glass and in. Nice play by...
Great spin move by Williams. Great use of the pivot foot there.
Yeah, George Williams getting on the action, getting the first 2 points of this game. 11 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Russell Bird with the ball now. Bird sending Canty into the corner. Canty pumps it inside to Samson Carter. Couple fakes on. And they're going to call a charging foul, I think, on Carter. No, they're going to call a foul on Tanner Giddings. And that'll be an inbound from the baseline for the Island Storm.
If you're an Island Storm fan, you got to be happy that Samson Carter's back in the lineup this game. His 24 points per game really, really helped the Storm out. They really, really missed that last game.
For sure.
You got to watch Bird on that play. He can hit from anywhere, as he showed last game.
Canty inside to Samson Carter, where he works best off the rim, no good, and gets his own rebound, puts it back, and ties the game. Carter will be an influence in this game, no question. Aaron Redpath now. Oh, Lewis McCullough switches with Massey. Massey finds George Williams, who pulls up a three, and he's feeling it today. That's all his 5 points in this game. 5-2 Island Storm. Nice composure there to pull up that three.
Oh, yeah, it's great when he gets a shot going early.
Alex Campbell now. Campbell, big Carter inside. Campbell to Canty. Kareem Canty with the ball. Back to Alex Campbell. 8 on the shot clock. Inside to Carter. Carter fake. Massey on him. Big body. Push, push. 2 on the shot clock. Off the glass and no good. Rebound by Redpath.
Great
back the other way
by Massey there to keep the big man out of the paint.
For sure. Williams trying his luck again. No good there. Out of bounds and Island Storm ball. Question from one of our YouTube viewers. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, and we appreciate your comments. I see one of the viewers asking about where Brad States is in this game. I don't see him on the bench. I'll try to speak to one of the coaches at halftime, get an answer on that. Oh, Lewis McCullough now back the other way in transition. Holds the ball off the glass, and beautiful play by McCullough.
Great finish to keep the defender away from him so he can get that layup to go.
Good job on defense, and then fast break, take it back himself right to the hole. Canty now. 5 on the shot clock. Russell Bird look for the... and knocks up almost a three. No good. In and out. Took a look at the long shot clock to see what he had left. And there's... oh, in and out. Ball right to George Williams. Fresh set of clock. And Williams knocks another one down. That's 7 points in the game. Of the 9 for Williams. 9-2. Highlanders over the Storm. 8:40 remaining in the first period. Samson Carter. Canty. 10 on the shot clock. Canty calling up a play here. Sends Terrell Baines inside. Nice play. Nice call by Canty. Good play. And that basket counts, and Terrell Baines was fouled there. Nice call by Canty to send him inside.
That was a great pass. That was a great... and it was a great position, too, to realize where the defender is.
Six-7 forward from Greenville, South Carolina. Number 6, Terrell Baines. Makes his home on the baseline in this game. He's an amazing player from the baseline, whether shooting or making good decisions going to the basket. He's a positive player for the Island Storm, and now he goes to the line to shoot bonus on that foul. And he makes it. 9-5, 8:25 remaining in the first. Highlanders return on offense with Redpath. Redpath now. Ball stripped by Kareem Canty. Makes a nice play inside to Terrell Baines, who flush.
Great steal and pass to find for the jam.
And it goes from 9-2 to 9-7 pretty quick here. Oh, Redpath couldn't pull the trigger, couldn't make that pass complete to Tanner Giddings on the inside, and that's a turnover. Benefit Island Storm here. There he is. He's back in the game. The hot shooter from the last time they matched up. 6'5" guard from Northridge, California, Robbie Robinson. We also see number 2, 6'3" guard from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Tyler Scott in the game. They're going to call travel there on Tyler Scott, who was trying to grab that ball that was up in the air and almost a turnover there, but he grabbed the rebound, but as he was fighting with the Highland players, he walked backwards a little bit, and that was a travel.
Yeah, that was the right call there.
Giddings way up high. Oh, inside to George Williams, who turns around and plays a high one overneath off the back of the rim and out. Canty and Coach Kendrick calling out some plays. Canty takes it right inside, kicks it out to the wide open Robinson, who knocks down a three, picking up where he left off from last game with his hot hand from the three-point range. Robbie Robinson.
Canty is being a great orchestrator for this offense so far early in the game. It's been great to see.
Storm now on top, 10-9. 7:05 remaining. There's Massey with the ball. Fair bit of drama here in Cape Breton involving Bruce Massey in the last 72 hours. Massey actually announced at the end of the last game against the Island Storm. Well, first Kenny Jones announced the fact that he was leaving, and Kenny Jones has in fact left the Cape Breton Highlanders to pursue his interests back in Argentina from whence he came this season. So the Highlanders lose the services of the big ticket, 6'6" forward from Wyandotte, New York. Kenny Jones off to Argentina to try peddle his wares in basketball. With regards to the game the other evening, Kenny Jones took the mic after the game and thanked the crowd for their support and told them he was leaving and wished them best of luck. Then he handed the microphone to the captain, Bruce Massey, who I think everyone in the crowd was assuming was going to be thanking Kenny Jones for his service, but Bruce, in fact, he announced it was his last game. Now, fast forward 72 hours and a lot of negotiation by team president, owner, and founder Tyrone Livingston and the management team, which is basically him, and he convinced the captain that who's having an MVP season in this league to stay, finish it out, and see through a championship for the Cape Breton Highlanders because they're right on the edge.
Yeah, it was really surprising. I mean, nobody's seen that coming at all, and to lose a captain midway through the season on your best season as a franchise by far is just insane to think about, and it would just be a crazy loss to the Highlanders.
Turnover, McCullough. Up off the glass, no good. One. George Williams couldn't put back the open ball. 12-10 Storm right now. I heard one of our viewers online telling us that there's a horrible echo on the broadcast. We'll try to have that cleared up for you. Bruce Massey putting back two, the man we were just speaking of. A fantastic story that Massey stays with the Highlanders to finish the season and hopefully take them to a championship. He is having an MVP-type season, and his stats over 1,000 points in the league. Nice play by Terrell Baines there, and the Terrell Baines in the paint puts it over everybody and in. Massey now to McCullough. Redpath. Giddings pulls up for two, no good. Ball in the hands of Kareem Canty, who gets the defensive board, goes the other way with it. Samson Carter tries a couple moves, spins inside, but a hand gets in on him. Looked like Lewis McCullough with the foul. Into the game for the Island Storm. Number 1, Tyree White. He's a 6'3" guard from Bronx, New York. Number 24. 6'8" forward from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 24, Russell Bird. Timeout here now. 14-12. Island Storm over the Cape Breton Highlanders. A little bit of a timeout here. What do you think of the action so far, Daniel?
Oh, it's been a great game so far. Sorry, George Williams has really just been showing out, and he's been hitting his shots, and it's really good to see. Hitting his wide open three-pointers, getting found by Bruce Massey, and he's even been in some hustle plays and getting some great rebounds too.
And that's the end of the timeout. I'll give you folks a little sense of our corporate partners here on our next break. Just trying to get those issues with the... Looks to me like everything is good to go here on the YouTube broadcast. Audio issues solved, thanks to our team in the booth for addressing those issues. And now we'll go back to play action with 5:25 remaining in the first period. And to the line, Samson Carter. He's good on his first one. 6'8" forward from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Samson Carter, their top scorer, isn't he, Daniel?
Yeah, he's just an all-around very, very good player on the defensive end, on the offensive end. He has a great eye for a big man, and he also has a very, very quick handle as well, which allows him to get inside a lot better and get more control on the up and under.
Justin Taylor into the game for the Highlanders. He's a 6'4" guard from Lexington, Kentucky, and there's Jamal Reynolds, player of the game last game. He's fouled going in, and he'll go to the line. He's a Toronto, Ontario native. He's a 6'5" guard / forward. Number 9, Jamal Reynolds, to the line to shoot 2. Also into the game here, big full wholesale change for Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez's Highlanders. We've got the young gun, 6'10" center from Toronto, Ontario, number 22, Jabari Craig, 2, standing by to watch Reynolds make his first free throw. 16-13 Island Storm, 5:11 remaining in the first quarter. Reynolds to shoot his second free throw. Makes both of them.
Justin Taylor played really well in the last game, too. Coach Gonzalez gave him some minutes, and he delivered. He delivered, for sure.
Best game of the season, really, for Justin Taylor, the last home game here. A big victory by the Cape Breton Highlanders. Big pass right across everyone, over everyone's shoulders. There's Jabari Craig picking up that loose ball. Having patience, giving it to Taylor. Oh, wow. Big eyes on. What a two nice plays by Jabari Craig to make sure that the Cape Breton Highlanders stay on offense here. Massey with an open look for 3, knocks it down.
Great shot by Massey, and a great
Give an
find
assist
by
to
Williams.
Jabari Craig there. 2 defensive steals on that play to keep that alive. That's the kind of stuff a coach likes to see. Big, tall Jabari Craig playing so hard on defense. Really defense on both ends of the court, if you can say it that way. Russell Bird now knocks down a 2. He was hot with his hand in the last game, and he picks up where he's left off as he just steps into this game for the Storm. 1-point game now. Looks like it's going to be another burner here at center 200. Massey just hit a 3. Thinking about it, I think. Yeah, he pulls up. A little bit long. Bird goes way up the ladder to grab that defensive board. Takes it the other way. Big tall man controlling it over center. Into the game, Dominic Schuler as well for the Island Storm.
Bird is doing it all right now for the Storm. Passing, shooting, dribbling.
6'7" forward from Columbus, South Carolina, Dominic Schuler. Nice, over the shoulder pass to, and Williams loses the handle on it. And, of course, he makes it after the whistle. You always knock it down after the whistle blows. Stepped out of bounds on that pass that went through Jabari Craig's hands and on the way to Williams, who just couldn't grab the handle on the way through. Tyree White with the ball now for the Island Storm. And look at the hands on George Williams getting a tip on that. A lot of tips already in this game. Robbie Robinson now pulls up over his defender and knocks it down. He's got a sweet release, Robinson.
The Storm are just full of shooters right now. They're hitting from everywhere.
Storm know the time is now for some wins, so they're going to come out strong against this Highlander team. Williams now right from the top of the 3. Wow-wee, he's hot tonight.
He's been hot for sure.
He's in double digits on points now. Tyree White with the ball, gives it to Robinson. Feel like he's going to shoot every one. Can't he to White. White to Robinson. He decides to run the baseline with it. Oh. What a rejection by Jabari Craig. He picks up the foul there, but what a nice...
Oh, it was nice, but he did get a bit of body there.
I don't mind seeing that body by Jabari Craig. I like to see him challenging those baskets off the glass like that. Nice play by him. That's a good foul to take.
Yeah, that's what you want from your center, too. You don't want him to just let them go in or just stay straight up. You want him to go up and try to get the denial.
Shot by Robbie Robinson there into the game for the Cape Breton Highlanders from Toronto, Ontario. 6'5" guard number 2, Olu Famotimi, into the game. Reynolds now with the ball. Keeps it himself. He's going to go right at his defender. Waits forever for the release that ball, but it's into the hands of Dominic Schuller. He leaves it for Russell Bird, the unlikely guard. Bird now.
He has a great eye, though. He can dish it inside on a needle.
I still love his, what a nice pass to Canty. Good attempt by Tyree White, to keep that ball in play, but unfortunately it's out of bounds. And fortunate for the Cape Breton Highlanders as they go on offense here with 2:21 remaining in the first quarter. They're down by 4 to the Storm, 24-20. Justin Taylor across center. Off the glass and in.
Great
Nice play.
tough layup there by Justin Taylor.
Tyree White with the ball for the Island Storm. 2-point game for him. They're up by 2. Well, there was a couple of defenders out there. Famotimi and the foul goes against Olu Famotimi on the hold. 14 on the shot clock. Tyree White to inbound. He finds Alex Campbell, who's back into the game. Campbell, 6'4" guard from Brampton, Ontario, gives it to Robbie Robinson, who jams it.
My goodness.
Robinson takes it from the corner, runs the baseline, and flush. Jam. Thank you so much.
What a slam.
While Tanner Giddings goes to the line here, I'm just going to... Daniel, you hold down the fort. I'm just going to go and ask some of the Island Storm assistant coach where Brad States is today.
Yeah, no problem. And Robinson connects on his free throw. Some great pressure there by the Storm. Williams coming up half here. Over to Taylor.
Unable to speak with me there, assistant coach. He said, I'm in the middle of a game. I can't talk. I respect that. Just trying to get the answer on Brad States. Nice play by JT there, inside. Just trying to get the story on Brad States, but I think I interrupted coach in the middle of a game. Makes sense. Probably an overreach by me, but hey, you know what? I'll do that for our YouTube viewers. JT to the line now to shoot. Bonus. Knocks it down, having a heck of a game. Yeah. Picking up right where he left off from the last game against the Storm, where he played some of his strongest basketball of the season. Russell Bird. Pull-up jumper over his defender. What a nice play by Bird there. Beautiful. Famotimi back the other way with it now for Cape Breton. Famotimi gets it inside to Giddings. Schuller working on Giddings. He right into the paint. Dribble, little sky hook, and good. Nice post hook by Giddings there.
Yeah, that's a great post hook there.
Alex Campbell now. Campbell to Bird, who shoots a 3, knocks it down, and he's fouled. And 3 counts, and the bonus comes up for.
He's a shooter.
He is a shooter. Thanks to Boogie Baby 1210 for my mistaken Tyler Scott and Cream Canty. That won't happen again. Schuller out. Terrell Baines back in for the Storm. We're going to make this a 4-point play if he can knock this down after shooting the 3 and being fouled in the process, knocking the 3 down, and here comes the free throw. Sure enough. Great play, substitution. He'll shoot that free throw and sit on the bench for a minute as Samson Carter steps back into the game. Thanks, A-Dig. I agree. I wasn't aware the assistant coach was so intimately involved in every play. What a shot by Williams. Hot hand of the team right now. George Williams, number 13, knocking everything down he sees.
Heat check.
Campbell. Campbell to White, inside to Carter. Carter, big elbows. Ball swatted out of his hand, but I think Justin Taylor will take a foul for that swat. Brad States has returned to PEI by all accounts of our YouTube viewers, so I guess that answers that question. I'll leave it alone. Carter makes the first free throw. 4-point game, 34-30, Island Storm. 6.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Carter makes both of them, makes it a 5-point game, and now Cape Breton will have 6 seconds to make a play here. Jamal Reynolds going to take it right in, and no good. With 2.5 remaining, he'll shoot 2. Foul is on Terrell Baines.
Coach Tim Kendrick for the Island Storm getting a little hot over there on that foul call. He thought that was clean defense.
Shot by Reynolds. The Highlanders played this team 3 nights ago. Beat them handily. And I see some comments. Brad States was in that game. He saw limited action in the last game against the Highlanders, which is why I think people are asking why he isn't still with the team, because they didn't leave Cape Breton since then. They've been here for the last 3 days. We'll see if we can get some concrete answers from the staff. Maybe not on this break, but maybe on the halftime break. Daniel, what did you think of that first quarter of play?
Oh, that was a great quarter. I mean, it was really the tale of two tapes. It was the Highlanders, George Williams, coming out and just hitting almost everything he shot, getting wide open looks, knocking them down when he got them. And for the PEI Storm, it was just everybody chipping in, hitting a whole lot of jumpers. I mean, every shot they took seemed like it went in. And Bird for the Storm was hot, like he always is, on fire, shooting from all distances.
Sorry, the Island Storm. Forgive me, I ducked out there. I checked out mentally there for a moment. The Island Storm left here on Friday night, played the St. John's Edge, and were beaten by St. John's 107-98 on Friday night. And came back to Cape Breton to play this match. So forgive me to you Island Storm fans for not knowing your schedule intimately there. So they flew over to St. John's, played the St. John's Edge, who beat them by 9. A couple of quick sponsor announcements here. Cape Breton Highlanders would like to thank the local businesses who make professional basketball a reality here in Cape Breton. Boston Pizza, we will make you a fan. Boston Pizza is a Highlanders premium sponsor. Seaside Communications, we live here. Travelodge, the official residence of your Cape Breton Highlanders. Canadian Tire, made for life in Canada. Nova Imprint, your local authorized Xerox agency. Mayflower Mall, service happens here. Pepsi, made in Cape Breton. Cabot Power Sports, the trail starts here. Metro Sanitation, keeping your community clean. Breton Law Group, guidance that makes a difference. Samson McPhee, the official immigration lawyer of the Cape Breton Highlanders. Center 200, the proud home of the Highlanders. Burns Dentistry. Chrysler Crooks. Dr. Peter Squires Optometry. And Joni's Pizza. Well, about to start the second quarter of the game. It looks like leading all scorers as we thought. George Williams with 13. We see Robbie Robinson off the bench for the Island Storm picking up 10 points. Another meaningful contribution from Terrell Baines with 9 for the Island Storm, and they're up by 3 here as they take possession to start the second quarter. Ball in the hands of Kareem Canty. Samson Carter way up high, looking in low. Out comes Campbell to support. He turns around, gets a pick. Into the corner to Terrell Baines, who pulls up a shot short into the hands of Famutimi. Cape Breton survive that offensive rush. We're going to call a foul on, I think, Samson Carter on the way down.
No, I think it was a shot clock violation. They put 22 seconds left in the shot clock. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there was a foul. I know he put up 22. I think that's how much time they put back on the clock because it didn't reset when they got the rebound.
Okay, so we don't see a foul on the scoreboard, so that must be the case. Ball, nice recovery by Tyree White to keep that ball alive and bouncing. All the way over to Campbell. Campbell puts it on the floor to Baines. Baines to Campbell. Leaves it for Canty. Canty going to set something up here with 12 on the shot clock. Couple moves. Canty decides to run it in himself. Fires it all the way back out. Samson Carter for three. Up short. Famutimi climbs the ladder. Keeps control and heads the other way. Famutimi with all the stutter steps. Can he keep that ball alive? He does. 14 on the shot clock. Ball in the hot hand of George Williams now. Williams gets some space created for him. Nice move. Off the glass. No, can't make it go, but there's Reynolds for the garbage. Put back.
That's Reynolds' game. You can tell he's going to get hot if he keeps going those.
Jamal Reynolds cleaning up George Williams. Garbage for two. Takes it to the basket. No good. 35-34. Cape Breton with possession. Reynolds decides to run it right in, and it's good.
Great tip by Famutimi.
Famutimi with the putback. Everybody helping everybody out on offense here. Making sure no baskets go unplunged. 10-15 remaining, 36-35 Highlanders. First half's been a good one. A couple of seesaw battles, a couple of seesaw lead changes in this game as well. There's Canty with some nice handles and moves on Justin Taylor and pulls up and knocks one down.
That's a great three there by Canty.
Kareem Canty with ultimate control of the ball between his legs, behind his back, and ultimately up and in. Giddings now, he decides to run it in hard into Baines. Looking for some support, fires it out to JT, who off the rim, no good. And look at Giddings going up and contesting that ball. Oh boy, they can't seem to miss the back of that rim right now. Kareem Canty across center. Nowhere to go. Good lateral movement by Famutimi to keep Canty way up high. Alex Campbell now. He's going to try and get it inside to Carter, but he can't. 3 on the shot clock. Ball put up inside to Samson Carter off the glass and in.
That's his game, getting it down low, putting up the nice hooks.
Earning his money in the tough spot is Samson Carter with a great basket there. And JT finds Reynolds. Reynolds sets it down. Reynolds to Famutimi. Famutimi pulls up and off the front of the rim, and no good. Alex Campbell with the defensive board, pumps it all the way down to White, who puts it on the floor to Campbell, kicks it out and all the way around to Carter. Couple moves, but Famutimi holds his ground. Canty settles it down up top, sends Samson Carter running inside, gives the ball to Terrell Baines. Baines looking for the post hook, gets swatted by Justin Taylor. Takes the foul, and that'll send Terrell Baines to the line, I think. Into the game comes Bruce Massey and Aaron Redpath for the Cape Breton Highlanders. Back into the game for the Island Storm, number 24, Russell Bird. .40-36, 8:33 remaining in the first half. Knocks both of them down. Quiets the building a little bit. Here comes Redpath. Redpath to Captain Massey. Massey for 3 over everybody. Knocks it down.
Oh,
Massey goes, hits the floor there. Thought he was fouled in the act of shooting. Massey, good. Nice shot over the defender. He's working hard on Kareem Canty now. Canty, they've got them pushed right to center right now with 7 on the shot clock. Bird, turnaround on Redpath, nowhere to go. 3 on the shot clock, spins through the crowd, loses the ball to Reynolds. Reynolds the other way with it. Nice pass to Redpath. Redpath on the floor to Famutimi's going to pull up and shoot one, knocks it down.
That's a great find by
deuce
Redpath.
from the corner. And all of a sudden, it's 41-41. 7:33. Canty across center to Bird. Bird back into the game. Fade away. It's long. Terrell Baines grabs it before it goes out of bounds, pulls up and shoots himself. It's short. Right into the hands of Tanner Giddings. Leaves it for Redpath, and Redpath's back the other way with it. Redpath calls Giddings out for support. Still got the ball. Dribble. Pass to Famutimi, who just hit one from pretty close to there. No, he couldn't make that one go.
Great finds, though.
Tyree White climbs the ladder to get that defensive board. Gives it to Kareem Canty. Canty to Samson Carter. Barging inside. Pushing everyone.
Great defense by Giddings there.
Great patient defense by Giddings. Not getting a foul. Keeping that ball. There's Redpath. Oh, look at that. Nice eyes by Redpath to see.
Great find.
Jamal Reynolds alone underneath and knocks it in. Cape Breton retain the lead. Get it back here. 43-41. Referee calls a foul on Jamal Reynolds.
Yeah, that was the right call on that one. He held Samson Carter from getting the ball.
Third team foul for Cape Breton. Into the game, Robbie Robinson and Dominic Schuller come in for the Island Storm, giving Tyree White and Terrell Baines a rest. Russell Bird to inbound, right to Samson Carter. 2 big men. Giving the ball back and forth. Big release there by Bird, but he can't get it to go. There comes Massey. He charges right downtown, off the rim, no good. Giddings climbs the ladder, gets that ball, gives it back to Redpath for 3. Short. Into the hands of Robinson.
Giddings is playing great so far in his starting role.
Giddings to take the mantle from big-ticket Kenny Jones, who heads to Argentina to play his basketball. And Giddings and Jabari White will have to fill that hole in the meantime. As nice play, nice finger roll there by Robinson to lay it in. Tied at 43 with 5:39 remaining. Across the center line is Redpath. The Famutimi. Famutimi right to Reynolds. A bit of a mismatch there. He saw it, got it to Reynolds. Reynolds on Canty was a mismatch, and the foul will go against Kareem Canty, as he had to grab a hold of Jamal Reynolds, who was sniffing for the basket, was going to turn around and go by him, but he grabbed a hold of him. Now we've got a timeout at 5:28 remaining in the second period of this game, and it's tied at 43, Daniel.
Yeah, it's a great game so far. I mean, who has picked up their game in the second quarter is Aaron Redpath. He has just been feeding the dimes to Jamal Reynolds, to Bruce Massey. I mean, he just has like a third eye. He's just looking everywhere to find the open man. He's doing a great job of it.
Redpath, who back in November was a NBLC Player of the Week for one of the weeks. His game picked up. He started the season on the injury list. He injured himself in training camp. Didn't play the first 3 games, and then came in and began doing what he used to do against the Highlanders, which is play strong defense. And he's a threat with the 3-ball when he's hot.
Yeah, he's just a great all-around player. I mean, he can pass the ball. He's a very good defender. He can even defend the low post a little bit, and he's a great shooter. And when he gets the ball in his hands, he is a great orchestrator of the offense.
Something that the Highlanders were missing last year, where there's reliable guards who can quarterback an offensive rush.
Yeah, especially when you have a guard like Redpath, and they got Sean Walker this year too. I mean, having those 2 guys being able to interchangeable off the bench is just a great thing. Walker hurt right now, but it's going to be great to have him back in the lineup soon.
And we got to speak about the play of George Williams in this game, who's throwing the Highlanders on his back and kind of carried them in the first half of the game. Referees for today's game, Matt Global, I should say, Matt Boyle, and Alonzo Wright. Reynolds is good on the first attempt, and the lead switches back to the Highlanders, 44-43. Second free throw on the way from 6'9" guard, number 9, Jamal Reynolds. Perfect on both of them. Highlanders up by a basket now with 5:21 remaining in the first half of the game. Kareem Canty dishes to Russell Bird. Bird to Samson Carter, looks at the floor like he's going to shoot a three. Instead, he's all tangled up there, and they've got 5 on the shot clock, and Bird's way up high. He's going to have to release over the top of his defense.
Oh, my goodness.
Well. Hello, David Copperfield. That's David Blaine-like magic coming out of Russell Bird there. Not sure how he got that to go nothing but mesh, but he did.
Great defense by Redpath.
Redpath's going to take a foul on Samson Carter, who goes down like he was hit by a Carabin's bus there. Foul on Redpath. Frustration foul after losing the ball on a turnover on offense. Storm 46, Highlanders 45, 4:44 remaining. Kareem Canty across center. 6'1" guard from New York. Number 5, Kareem Canty gives the ball to Bird, gives the ball to Carter, and Carter pulls up a three. No good. Famatimi with the board and gives it to Massey, and now Highlanders will settle down here on offense. No way. Massey skipping his way in. Off the glass, good.
And one.
And he'll shoot one. That's just pure strength by the postman right there.
Yeah.
Three-point play for Bruce Massey. 48-46 now, 4:22 remaining. Timeout called by the Island Storm. Give you a few more of the sponsors there. You may have heard the in-game announcer Darren Andrea giving out those, so I'll give you some as well for the broadcast. Highlanders would like to make these companies, we'd like to thank these companies for making professional basketball a reality here. Paul's Food Factory, YMCA Cape Breton, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Hunston Ketchafanis, Pharmacy Wholesale Services, Pearl Realty, 902 Advertising, 1019 The Giant, 103.5 New Country, Governor's Pub and Eatery, CBI Health Group, Ultramar, the Cape Breton Post, McLeod's, Plumbing, Heating, and Fuel Delivery, Jody Brown, the Arbonne independent consultant around here, and the Flavor Group of Restaurants. 4:22 remaining, Daniel, and you got to figure that Coach Kendricks wants to get these guys back to the way they were playing early in the first half.
Yeah, it's been really slow for the Island Storm besides Bird's Hail Mary shots here, fadeaways and three-pointers. They got to try to get an offense going here and set some plays up and get some open shots for baskets.
They've been long in the tooth on the shot clock in this second half. They're right down to 3 there now, and there's Canty unable to make it. But look at that good offensive rebounding by Dominic Schuller and Samson Carter, with Carter to finish that. Good play. That's the way you're supposed to do it under there when there's a free ball. Massey going to run right through there, and unfortunately, never got it high enough on the glass to get it in that basket. Canty now, he's right, runs the baseline with it. Tried to get it to... He tried to pass that to Bird, but it tipped into the hands of Robbie Robinson. Instead, Bird's got it. He just hit in a miracle 3 a moment ago. Let's see if he's going to do another one. That one's much short. 0-0 on those 2 shots. He knocked down the first one. That was an air ball out of bounds. .319 remaining. Here comes Aaron Redpath on offense for the Highlanders. Massey gets open, gets the ball. Thought about a give and go there to Redpath, but held it himself. There's Giddings going to skate inside. Looks like Massey has a plan here. Oh. Ginormous rejection.
And Massey went down hard.
Sounded like Schuller came down hard on top of Massey. Massey's in a heap under the basket. Massey in some pain. I'm not sure what. It sounded like maybe his knee hit the floor hard. He's tougher than a boiled owl, this guy, so I'm sure they'll have him off the floor here in a minute. Massey's up. Let's see how he is. Yeah, he's banged up, but he'll be all right. Highlanders ball. 4 on the shot clock.
Didn't help that Schuller landed on him after the block either. That could have did a little bit more damage too.
I think that was probably the majority of the pain of that was having 6'7" forward Dominic Schuller coming down on top of you. Massey gave him a soft place to land. There's Massey. Seems to be okay. There he is back on the floor. Wasn't able to make that go. There's Russell Bird running the floor. Leaves it for Tyler Scott, and he slips on some water, I would say, but ends up in the hands of Schuller, who slam dunks. Storm have got half century now, 50-48, 2:40 remaining. Here comes Redpath. Giddings. Hits Massey on the move, and Massey hits the floor again. I'm not sure how many times he can stand up after falling down. Boys are giving him the gears from the bench. Pull-up jumper by Bird, no good, into the hands of Giddings. Giddings is too casual with it. It gets squatted out of bounds, and it's Island Storm ball.
Schuller in the last few plays have just been playing great. He's playing great defense. He got that denial, and he ran the floor and got back for the slam.
Giddings came up with that ball on defense there and had about 1.5 seconds of indecision, which was enough time for the defensive player to swat it out of his hands, and it went off him and out of bounds. Enjoying the chatter from the Island Storm fans on YouTube about maybe some suggestions on coaching on the Island Storm. Entertaining to read. Thank you for your commentary. No technical fouls in this game. Last time these two teams played, there were 4 technical fouls in the first half of the game, including the coach everyone's commenting about. Coach Kendrick took a technical in that game. He's not sure why, and to be honest, I wasn't sure why either.
The refs are a lot lenient. Well, there's 3 different refs, and they're a lot more lenient with the fouls this game, so that's why we're seeing less fouls and less technical fouls also.
.212 remaining on the floor for the Island Storm. Scott, Carter, Robinson, Bird, and Alex Campbell. Cape Breton has Giddings, Williams, McCullough, Massey, and Redpath. Robinson with the ball now. All the way out to Campbell. Campbell moves it to Scott. Scott to Robinson. Robinson to Bird. Thought about shooting. Decides to run it right in. Lays it in. Found the lane. Storm with a 4-point lead now, 52-48. 150 remaining. Across center comes Redpath. Redpath runs left to right, sets up there. The right puts the ball on the floor inside to Giddings. Giddings puts it on the floor, and he's fouled going up, so he will shoot 2.
That's a good play by Giddings to get to the line.
Looks like the foul will go against Tyler Scott. Number 2, his second foul of the game. 1:42 remaining, and Giddings to the line to shoot 2. Getting short on the first one. They're down by 3. It's 1:40 left in the first half. Alex Campbell now switches with Tyler Scott. Scott to Bird. Bird cuts to his right. Takes it right in and puts it off the glass and in. Nice play by Russell Bird.
He's a scoring machine so far in this game.
Determination to the basket there. George Williams, the hot hand for the Highlanders with the ball. Comes across center to Massey. He'll be watching for Williams to go cut inside, but he doesn't. There's Giddings instead, who jammed!
Great slam by Giddings.
Big slam-a-dam-a-ding-dong by Tyler Giddings. Beautiful. Sorry, make that Tanner Giddings. Campbell gives it to Scott, who finds Carter. There's Bird. He loves to shoot that guy off the front of the rim. No good. All the way out. Robbie Robertson grabs the offensive board. Fresh clock for them. 50 seconds in the game. Samson Carter runs around everybody, and up he goes, but kept out by Lewis McCullough. What a piece of defense there by McCullough. McCullough just staying with Samson Carter. Didn't foul him, and what a nice play by the great Bruce Massey in the face of some of his biggest fans right there. Foul goes against Russell Bird, sending Bruce Massey to the line with 33 seconds remaining in the first half and a chance to tie this match. Yeah. Nice shot by Massey there to tie the game. 33 seconds remaining, so about a 9-second difference in the shot clock. Should the Island Storm use up their whole clock here. Scott now over 2 defenders. No good. Fouled in the act of shooting, and he'll shoot 3. Foul will be called on George Williams. Williams fouls Scott in the act of shooting a 3, so with 25.1 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Tyler Scott from Halifax, Nova Scotia to the line to shoot 2 for the Island Storm. Makes the first one. Scott making the most of these.
It's great to see players from Nova Scotia, even if they're against the Highlanders, play in a professional basketball league. Like it's honestly amazing to see. We have one on our team. He's injured today. He's not playing, but it's great to see just players from Nova Scotia and all around Canada be stars in this league. It really shows the kind of basketball talent we have.
Gentry Thomas, another player from East Preston, and our own Chris Johnson for the Cape Breton Highlanders from North Preston, Nova Scotia. Tyler Scott from Halifax. Great to see them in the league. This Island Storm team has a couple of players from the province of New Brunswick on their team as well, so good to see some Atlantic Canadians playing professional basketball at its finest. Look at the moves. Look at the moves by Bruce Massey. Massey takes the shorts off the defender, pulls up for 3 at the buzzer, no good.
He wanted that
Massey, right there at the buzzer. Well, at the end of 24 minutes, Island Storm 57, Cape Breton Highlanders 56. I'll try and grab Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez for a few comments on the first half. Into the first half, 57-56 Island Storm, welcoming Coach Bernardo Fitzgonzalez to the broadcast now to talk about the first half. Before we get to the first half, a lot of drama on and off the court in the last 72 hours. How'd your dressing room recover after everything that's happened?
Yeah, it's a lot of distractions that we didn't need or we didn't want. The fact that Bruce is back is awesome. I'm really happy for us, happy for him, because he's having an MVP kind of season and he's making us successful and we're making him successful because this is a team sport.
Excellent. Let's talk about the game now. We've got only 1 point difference here. What did you see in that first half of the game that you liked and what you didn't like?
Well, I didn't like my first quarter. Our defense was terrible. We allowed 35 points in the first quarter. It's terrible. I mean, and then some guys came, they were not focused, I guess distractions or something like that. But we put it together in the second quarter and we are doing better.
Quick comment on George Williams' play tonight.
It's excellent. I knew he was a great player. He's a great player and he's going to show more because I've seen him before.
I like that. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Take care. Well, that's the end of the first half and the start of the second half coming up. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock, and on the floor for the Island Storm will be Kareem Canty, Alex Campbell, Samson Carter, Terrell Baines, and Russell Bird. Cape Breton will field Tanner Giddings, Aaron Redpath, Lewis McCullough, the hot hand of George Williams, and number 1, Bruce Massey. And you had the chance, Daniel, to chat with the coaches of the Island Storm regarding the availability of Brad States, or maybe there is no availability of Brad States.
Yeah, so I politely went over to Coach Tim Kendrick, and I just asked him, I said, the YouTube viewers from PEI are wondering what's going on with States, and if you have any information on him. And he just looked me straight in the eye and said, I have lots of information, but I'm not allowed to tell you anything. So
the mystery continues.
The mystery continues.
Island Storm stalwart. Number 7, Brad States, who's from Bathurst, New Brunswick. He's a 6'7", Brad's a 6'7" forward from Bathurst, New Brunswick, and he's on the missing list here with the Island Storm. Well, that's as far as we can go with that story today.
That's all we got.
1-point game now, 57-56, Storm on top. And they're on offense with Bird to inbound with 14 on the shot clock. Right to Alex Campbell. Alec runs into some trouble. Backs off. Gives it to Kareem Canty through his legs a few times. Thought about a shot. 6 on the shot clock. Carter way up high. Expect him to try and get the ball. 2 on the shot clock. No way can he get it away. He does. Off the front of the rim, no good. And what work by Alex Campbell to give it to Samson Carter, who puts it back. What a nice, tenacious offense by the Island Storm there to get 2. Any interesting stats from the first half of the game?
Well, I mean, you're probably seeing this at home if you're watching. Russell Bird, he put up a lot of shots. He did go 2 from 8 for 3, but he did end up getting 15 points. And Samson Carter, the leader of points per game, had 12 of his own. And for the Highlanders, your captain, Bruce Massey, put up 17 points, shooting above 50% from the field. And George Williams with a hot hand with 13 points.
Talk about a hot hand. Kareem Canty for 3 from the corner to open the lead up to 6 now. 10:27 remaining. There's Redpath with the ball for Cape Breton. A fadeaway really short. Gets his own rebound. Fishes it out to Williams. Williams takes it inside. And they're going to call a charge on Williams there. So that's an offensive foul and a turnover on that foul. The Island Storm will take possession. They got some words of inspiration on their intermission to come back out and open that lead up by 6 now. Here they come to see if they can increase it. Campbell to Bird. Fake the 3 inside to Terrell Baines, who puts it off the glass and good.
That's a great pass by Bird there down low. The vision.
Timeout called. I want to mention the play of number 9, Jamal Reynolds, who comes off the bench and puts a dozen on the board in the first half of the game. He always reliable for some points and some boards. And just some exciting play in the paint is Jamal Reynolds. To the line to shoot. Number 6. 6'7" forward, Greenville, South Carolina's own Terrell Baines. 8-point game now, 64-56 for Storm. No good for Baines. Williams grabs the board, and Highlanders turn back up court. Massey gets the ball picked from him as he was going in for that layup. 7 on the shot clock. Williams, hand in his face. Couple dribbles, pulls up over the defender. Off the front of the rim, no good. Samson Carter gets the foul. They're going to call Bruce Massey. Bruce Massey holds Samson Carter as he went up for that defensive board, and he'll take a foul there. And Storm will come the other way with it now. Alex Campbell. Canty protects the ball, gives it back to Carter, up off the glass, and no good. Tipped out to Massey. Massey goes the other way with it. Decides to run right between everybody and finger roll it in. No good. Bird grabs the rebound. Here comes Massey to look to steal the ball. Sneaky Massey on the floor to Redpath. Up off the glass, no good. Tanner Giddings with the putback. Massey grabs it, and he's fouled. And he'll finally get the chance to shoot some uncontested free throws here after that flourish. See Massey chase Bird down there.
Yeah, it's not very characteristic for Massey to be missing those easy layups. And then Redpath, too, seemed like he had a gimme, and then it ended up going out of the hoop.
I don't seem to be getting it high enough off the glass to get it to bounce into the basket. Massey now shoot 2. 9:05 remaining in the third period. Massey makes that one go. Massey, nothing but mesh. He gets 2 back. It's a 6-point lead now. 64-58. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Canty calls on Carter for some assistance. Carter to Campbell. 3 up high here. They get it inside to Baines, who pulls back a jumper over his number 1 defender there, Bruce Massey, and knocks it down.
That's a great tough shot there. Bruce Massey all over him.
Redpath now looking to get involved with McCullough, and he does. He gets the ball to McCullough on the baseline, turns around, knocks his defender down. Patience. Oh, boy, they just can't get him to go. They're going to call a foul on Samson Carter there. So that'll be inbound for Cape Breton under the offensive hoop. Williams to inbound. 24 fresh minutes on the shot clock. Inbound to Reynolds. Nice pass to Massey. Turn around off the glass.
Great move by Massey.
That's how you do it. That's how you use the glass. Canty runs far side with the ball. Looking for Bird. Nowhere there. Alex Campbell. Carter for 3. Doesn't look good. It's an air ball. Right into the hands of Massey. Massey sees somebody way up court. It's McCullough. McCullough off the glass, no good. Carter with the rebound. Alex Campbell puts the hand up to slow it on down, and he does. He's got Canty way up high with him, but he feeds it inside to Terrell Baines. Baines to Canty. 10 on the shot clock. Canty, here comes a screen by... Canty decides to pull up himself and knock the 3 ball down. They get the lead to 9. 69-60 for the Storm. Redpath now feels a little bit of air behind him and decides to take it in again, really low off the glass, but there's Reynolds taking it, and Reynolds' basket counts, and the foul will go against Russell Bird, so Jamal Reynolds will get the chance to get at least another point back here. 69-62. Dominic Schuller into the game. Robbie Robinson into the game as well, giving Terrell Baines and Russell Bird, arrest. 7:24 remaining. 69-62, and Reynolds to shoot bonus. Bonus on the foul, I should say. No good. Carter grabs the board. Storm slow it down here with 7:20 remaining. Kareem Canty. Canty to Campbell. Campbell takes it right inside off the glass and good, and they're going to call a foul on Redpath there. As he got a hand in on Alex Campbell as he was heading to the basket. Good on the first one. 6'4" guard from Brampton, Ontario. Number 10, Alex Campbell to shoot his second free throw. No good, that one. I'm going to call red ball there. Not sure what that was. With the violation in the key there?
Yeah, violation by the Storm. He left a little bit too early before the ball was released, so even if the shot went in, it wouldn't have counted.
Understood. Reynolds now across center for the Highlanders. Reynolds gives it to Massey, sets a pick for him. Massey pulls up a two and no good. Robbie Robinson grabs that ball, gives it to Campbell. Schuller made an impact in the first half of this game. We'll see if he gets the ball here. That's Canty over his defender, no good. Nice block screen there to get that ball by Lewis McCullough, playing good defense. Oh my goodness. Everybody going after Massey on that one.
Schuller got him twice now. The athleticism, it's just showing here. He leapt from almost the free throw line to get that block.
15 on the shot clock. Highlanders to inbound from the offensive baseline. Somebody got to get open here. Right to Massey. That's that old play again. That's a foul over the top, I think, by Kareem.
Oh, it was a foul?
Oh,
okay.
No, they're going to call Highlanders ball. Okay, it looked like Canty might have got a hand over there, but he didn't. So take a second off the shot clock. 14 now on the shot clock. Inbound by Williams. Finds Redpath. Canty, nice tight defense on Redpath. Doesn't give him any much options at all. Gives it to Massey. 7 on the shot clock. Massey going to run. Pull up over his defender. It's long. And instead they're going to call a foul on Alex Campbell, sending Bruce Massey to shoot 2. 4 team fouls for the Storm in this quarter as well. The Cape Breton Highlanders have 5. 6:25 remaining. 8-point game. Massey at the line to shoot 2.
First one's good.
Massey off the front and in. 6-point game again. The Island Storm have seemed to hold a 6-point lead here for most of the second half so far. Robinson, Canty, everybody's out on everyone. They don't want to see too many easy shots happen here. Defense is strong. 7 on the shot clock. Canty almost loses the handle. Pulls up over Lewis McCullough, no good. McCullough climbs the ladder for that one. Gets the elbows up, protects that ball, gives it to Reynolds, who's going to take it right to the basket. That's everyone coming after him, too.
Yeah, that's a great play by Reynolds. You know, he loves to run the floor and get inside there and draw fouls.
Samson Carter picks up another foul. That's got to be his 3rd. Terrell Baines in for Samson Carter. And Tyree White in for Kareem Canty. Here comes Russell Bird back onto the floor to give Dominic Schuller a rest. At the line for the Highlanders, Jamal Reynolds to shoot a pair. That one needed an extra sandwich.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little short.
Yeah.
Geometry not quite on there. Let's see if he can get the arc and speed.
Oh, missed
Can't
two.
get either of them there. Robinson puts it on the floor to Bird now. Bird no-look pass to Terrell Baines, who pulls up a deuce and knocks it down and claims to have been fouled there. Eight-point lead again. Massey trying to shut it down, but it's short, right into the hands of Alex Campbell. Campbell goes the other way with it. Terrell Baines puts it on the floor to Robbie Robinson, who pulls up to shoot. No good. Ball grabbed by Massey, and the other way he goes with it. Massey for three.
Oh, great shot.
Bang. That was a much-needed bucket for the Cape Breton Highlanders.
Yeah, a little cold
They've been
spell
cold
there.
for a while there. Campbell now. Campbell for the Storm to shoot two. No good. McCullough puts that ball out of bounds, and not only the ball, but he takes the floor sweeper and the floor sweeper's buddy with him. Takes four guys to pull old Lewis McCullough off that floor sweeper. McCullough's okay. I'm not sure about the floor sweeper or his chair.
It looks like he's okay. He might need a sub here. Might have to sub him off.
That's the kind of defense that McCullough plays. He plays good, strong defense, even on the Volunteers.
Yeah.
Inbound by the Storm. Campbell way out to Baines. Baines calling everybody out. Needs some support. Gives it to Bird. Watch for Terrell Baines to spin inside here. No, Bird somehow keeps the handle there. White with a beautiful delay on that layup.
Control. Kept it up just long enough to get the defender a little lower than him, and then put it up for the bucket.
Williams, couple moves. Up over everybody. Russell Bird with not a pretty looking steal, but he made it. Oh, great eyes by Massey. Massey saw that pass attempt. Kicks it out to Massey. Let's see, fake. All the way out to Redpath with a nice look for three. No good. Walker gets it. Redpath with the ball. Fresh clock. Massey now.
Great hustle by the Highlanders.
Fans appreciate good defense like that. There's Massey. Oh, off the front again. No good. There's lots of time left in this game, and they don't need to be shooting threes. They can make some nice deuces underneath right now. It'd be good as well. Bird over the top of his defender. No good. Redpath ends up with that ball after that offensive play. Redpath trying to get the range. No good. Quick plays by the Highlanders. Look at the steals by Williams. Wow, a bucket. Look at that. 74-69 now. 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Tyree White to Bird for three. No good. Famatimi with the rebound. He's back the other way for the Highlanders. Nice pass to Reynolds, who's going to run the baseline and off the glass.
Oh,
nice play by, I think that was Terrell Baines with that block. White dishes slowly to Baines, but he still grabs it. Takes the shot, no good. Reynolds to the glass and good. And fouled by Campbell.
That was a great play. Just that hustle ball over and over again. That's what we need to get back into the game.
Good hustle by the Cape Breton Highlanders to come down off that broken play and get a basket and a foul. 2:57 remaining in the third quarter. 3-point game now. 74-71 Storm. Storm are in a bit of foul trouble. As a team, they've got 6 team fouls that they'll have to contend with. They'll have to play disciplined defense in order to keep the Cape Breton Highlanders off the free throw line. Well, with the loss of Kenny Jones, the Cape Breton Highlanders are in need of another inside forward. And there's a few guys they're looking at around the league. No names have been given to me yet, but we'll be looking to see the Highlanders replace Jones.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to replace Jones, though. I mean, he was a great asset for us because you know that Massey and Redpath are going to do their thing. They're going to ISO the ball. They have a great handle. But when the shot clock's down low, it's a great guy to just dump the ball to, and you have a very high percentage shot down there with this post hook. Yeah,
he was a post hook master, big ticket. Had a perfect game this year. Will truly be hard to replace Kenny Jones. But I look forward to seeing team founder and owner Tyrone Livingston and Coach Gonzalez and some of that management team go out there, find just the right player to make a run here to the end of the season and solidify their playoffs position. They're in great spot right now, the Highlanders, at 10-6. Great spot to really contend and go deep in the playoffs, so adding one more piece to the puzzle certainly wouldn't hurt. 2:57 remaining in the third. To the line, Jamal Reynolds, who was not successful on the last 2 free throw attempts. Let's see if he can correct that and make a couple here. Sorry, that was an extra bonus on the play. So, 2-point game now, 74-72. 2:50 remaining. Here come the Storm. Robinson to Carter. Carter not sure where to go with it. Thinking about making a play here to the basket. Spin around, give it out to Campbell, who pulls up a 3. Off everything there. Missed that off the glass. Nice pass by Famutimi. Nice pass. Nice basketball by the Highlanders, sharing the ball there. Famutimi to Redpath, to Reynolds, to Massey, to Reynolds, and the foul.
Little give, then go, then give, then go.
Indeed. Back into the game for the Storm. Number 5, Kareem Canty. Number 2, Tyler Scott. Jamal Reynolds, another chance to look at 2. He was successful on the last one. Let's see if he can make these to tie the game. Hey, Reynolds fixed that free throw problem, knocks 2 down, and it's at 74 now, both teams. Tie ball game. Tyree White, who's back into the game, give the ball to Russell Bird. Bird looking to try and get Samson Carter trying to get position in there on Olu Famutimi. Famutimi put a hold on him. So that's a foul, and they'll take it off the base. And they're going to put the shot clock at 14 with the Storm to inbound from the left side of the offensive hoop. Well, Storm have to pick somebody here to inbound. And here comes Tyree White. Tyree White's a 6'3 guard from Bronx, New York, number 1. Got to get somebody open. They're counting them off. There's Samson Carter. He puts the ball. Nice play by Famutimi to pick that ball off Carter. In tight quarters. Redpath with the spinorama off the glass and fouled.
That was a great move and a great spin.
Redpath looked like Kobe Bryant going in there. Tyler Scott, or should I say Tyree White picked up that foul. Redpath to the line to shoot 2. For a chance to take the lead here in the third quarter. Uses all the rim and it's in. Highlanders on top 75-74 with Redpath with one more free throw. No good. Bird grabs a defensive board, and it's a 1-point game. White. Tyree White setting up a play here. Reynolds working on him. White to Canty. Canty to Samson Carter. Carter having trouble with Famutimi again. But he finds a way. No, he travels.
Yeah,
That's a nice matchup. Coach Gonzalez has Famutimi on Carter. It seems to be working. Redpath to inbound. Reynolds. Gazelles across center. To Redpath. Red path over to Famitimi. Massey in the corner. Takes the ball, cuts inside. They're going to call that Highlander ball. Tim Kendrick's voice is gone. He's a little squeaky as he's yelling, nobody touched it, but no, the referee saw it.
Nobody touched it.
That's right. Williams to, oh boy, that's a nice play. I hope it's a good finish. They can't make it go. Back the other way come the Storm. Bird leaves it for Canty. Canty cuts into the paint, switches hands. Scott, what a nice play by Tyler Scott to get the offensive board and put it back off the glass and in.
Whoever put that seal on the rim at halftime, Bruce Massey, is not a very big fan of you.
Reynolds with a deuce. 46 seconds remaining in the quarter. White. Oh, nice cutback by White. And the patience to put it off the glass. He'll shoot two. He went down on his elbow pretty firm. Foul by George Williams. Put Tyler Scott on the floor, and that sound you may have heard was the sound of Tyler Scott's elbow hitting the hard court. He's coming up favoring it. Oh, I bet he's got some tingles in his fingers. Let's see how that crash on the floor affects his free throw shooting.
Oh, yeah, and every time you do hit the floor, the hardwood gets a little bit harder.
Not much give to that wood. Doesn't bother. White is a tough Nova Scotian player. You can knock him down, but he'll get back up, and he did there, and he knocks down the first free throw to tie the game at 77. 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter as he delivers his second. No good. And Russell Bird will get a foul there. He gave a shove to Jamal Reynolds, which is why he picked up that free throw. And that'll be a foul against Bird. That's his bonus now for Cape Breton. They'll shoot two free throws off that foul 120 feet away from where it happened. 200 feet, I guess.
Chance to take the lead again here.
Reynolds was getting a lot of free throw practice in this quarter of basketball. Misses that one. He missed two earlier, but he made the last three, and he's missed this one. So let's see if he can make a 1 or 2 to take the lead with 38 seconds left. 78-77, Cape Breton Highlanders. Time for two more possessions here. If they use the clock, the Island Storm. 16 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. Bird tried to leave without the ball, but he got it. Tyler White runs back inside where he was hurt before, but he's all right there now. Ball out of bounds, and that is Cape Breton ball with 19.9 remaining seconds in this quarter.
Shot clock is off.
Jamal Reynolds to inbound. Inbound to Williams. Williams slows it down now with 13 on the game clock. 7. Williams takes it inside. Reynolds puts it in with 3 seconds left. And that's the end of the quarter. At the end of 3 periods of play, Cape Breton Highlanders 80, Island Storm 77. We'll be back with some stats from the third quarter when we come back. We're about to put the last 12 minutes on the clock of this game. Highlanders 80, Storm 77. Some highlights from this game so far. We've got leading all scorers in the game. Highlanders captain number 1, Bruce Massey, with 26 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Off the bench, Jamal Reynolds has 24 points, 5 rebounds. Of note, George Williams from the game, great game too, 15 points in that game. Leading scorer for the Island Storm, number 6, Terrell Baines. Canty knocks down a deuce there, and that gives Kareem Canty 12 points in this game. Bird with 15, Carter 14, and off the bench, Robinson with 10. Redpath now to Williams. Williams is going to take a foul and shoot 2, or receive a foul and shoot 2. Samson Carter picks up another foul. That's his 3rd of the game. Williams to the line against the Storm. Have Scott, Carter, Canty, Bird.
Guys, how many fouls on him? How many fouls on 24 and 22?
George Williams has 17 points this game. A little hot hand tonight.
And Scott out there. Yeah, really hot hand. Here comes Kareem Canty now. Canty to Bird. Bird fakes. Takes a nice play by Bird.
That's a great layup there. Great little Euro step.
Tied at 82 with 11:05 remaining. Redpath across center. Redpath takes it in himself. Way up high off the shot clock and behind the glass. No room to go there. Great defense by the Island Storm to protect their basket there. Canty now. Massey on him. Pushing him way out. Russell Bird comes in to cause some trouble. Gives it to Bird. Bird now slips on the floor, loses the handle. Ball in the hands of George Williams. Goes the other way with it.
Oh,
George Williams off the
hits
glass.
the deck.
Comes down hard. Bird 5-on-4 here. Picked off by Famotimi. Giving it back to Williams. Williams for 3. It's short. That was a broken play there. We had 5-on-4 down here, and a really lazy pass by, I don't remember who it was, but Famotimi picked it off and gave it to Williams. Williams uncontested for 3 and came up short. Still tied. Sampson to set up a screen here, create some space. Massey won't let him go, though. Massey runs him right inside. They do get it into Carter. Comes down with the ball up off the glass and good.
Yeah, you knew they were trying to do that as soon as they got the mismatch there with Massey inside.
Famotimi was having success on Carter, but he wasn't able to get in there that time. Redpath. Massey. Screen and roll by Reynolds. No room. Massey just backs into the key. Gives it to Redpath. Fakes. Kicks it in the corner to Famotimi for 3. Off the rim, no good. Campbell goes up for the defensive board and takes it. Goes the other way with it. Campbell now. Campbell to Canty. Again, they're trying to get it inside to big Samson Carter. Instead, they give it to Alex Campbell, who knocks a tray down. Open up the lead to 5, 87-82, 9:22 remaining. Here comes Reynolds. He'll be called for a charge. Tyree White at his feet, perfectly planted there as Reynolds plowed through him.
That was a great play by White. I mean, he just stood there and took the charge.
Canty calling out Sampson's name, brings Sampson way out high to pick Massey. Back to Sampson. Sampson going to shoot a 3. Off the rim, no good. In the hands of Jamal Reynolds. Gives it to Massey. Massey to a wide open Redpath who's shooting a 3.
Great shot.
He needed that one. Big shot by Redpath to get this game back to 2. 87-85 Storm. Canty with the ball now. 10 on the shot clock. Canty way up high. There comes Carter Sampson to support him. Instead, Canty takes it right inside, puts it to White, who puts it off the glass and good.
That's a great find there.
Good positioning by White to find himself on the baseline open there to put it off the glass and in. Redpath. Williams. Williams keeps the ball himself, takes it inside, and nice finger roll hook over the defender.
19 for Williams. The Highlanders might have 3 people with over 20 points in this game, with Reynolds, Massey, and maybe George Williams.
Williams with 19 now, isn't it?
Yeah, 19.
Carter, spinorama move, nice play underneath. Samson Carter showing why he's a valuable piece of the Island Storm puzzle. Redpath spins inside, knocked out of bounds. Into the game for the Cape Breton Highlanders, number 22, Jabari Craig. And for the Island Storm, number 6, Terrell Baines, and 24, Russell Bird, giving big Samson Carter a rest for the Island Storm. He's been the difference in their play today, I should say. Williams now. Williams finds Jabari Craig, gets his first hands on the ball. Craig to Massey. Jabari Craig backs off inside the key there. Unfortunately, Massey had no one to pass it to there, so ball out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover to the Island Storm. They'll inbound here, and Alex Campbell will take the ball across center. 7:20 remaining. Canty thought he'd find a lane. He did, off the glass, no good. Jabari Craig with the defensive board, controls it, pumps it to Redpath, who's going to shoot a 3. He heard the footsteps, though, and wasn't able to make that go. White comes down with the defensive board. Back the other way come the Storm. White. Canty way up high. Doesn't like what he sees. He's going to send Terrell Baines inside. And he pulls up himself, and no good, off the glass in the hands of George Williams, off the side of the basket. 4-point lead for the Storm now, 6:33 remaining. Jamal Reynolds. Switch with Aaron Redpath. Redpath to Williams. Williams decides to pull up for 3. Off the rim, no good. Into the hands of Massey, who puts it off the glass, and it counts, and he'll go to the line to shoot.
He's playing great tonight, like always.
In a sea of orange jerseys, Massey comes up with that ball, puts it in, and he'll shoot. Back into the game to give Canty a rest is 13, Robbie Robinson for the Storm. Massey to shoot 1 and make it a 1-point game. And there it is. 91-90 for the Storm.
Great defense by Redpath on the switch.
Campbell for 2. In and out. Reynolds with the board, gives it to Redpath. Redpath switches with Massey, gives the ball to Massey. Massey going to run the baseline, puts it in the hands of Jabari Craig, but he couldn't pull the trigger there. Williams now. 8 on the shot clock. Williams can see it clearly.
Great move by Williams. Oh, behind
on the floor
back
to Craig. Craig can't get it. Picked up by Robinson. He goes the other way with it. To Bird. White now. White to Campbell with a free look at 3. Gets to bounce it, in fact. No good. Jabari Craig grabs the defensive board, gives it to Redpath, who goes back the other way with it. Redpath for 3. In and out. Jabari Craig with big, strong hands there forces that ball to remain in the hands of the Highlanders, and Massey now takes control of it as he'll survey the landscape and see what he can do with it. He's going to take it to the hole. There's to Jabari Craig, who grabs the ball. Again, ripped out of his hands by Alex Campbell, and he's back the other way with it. Campbell slows things down here. Bird, he likes to shoot. Let's see if Reynolds gives him some room. No, he gives it back to Tyree White, to Campbell. Bird, 5 on the shot clock from the parking lot. No good. In the hands of Baines. Back to Bird. Into Alex Campbell with a ton of time to shoot. He knocks down the deuce.
If you give them open shots, they're going to knock them down.
The 3 Island Storm with open looks there on that last offensive rush. I know that Coach Gonzalez won't like the freedom that those shooters had there. 93-90. Williams to Redpath. No, that was a 2. Coach Kendrick thinks it's a 3. I think it's a 2. We could have had an argument about it there, but no time for that now. Redpath with a deuce. Even I could see that he was on the line. Kendrick fighting for every point for his 3 and 10.
I thought he was going to reach
Island
out and
Storm.
grab the microphone from you.
I did too. On the floor to Bird. Bird into Terrell Baines to pull up right from the free throw line. No good. Tipped by Williams to Reynolds. Reynolds gives it to Massey. Massey turn around inside off the glass. No good. Russell Bird gets the defensive board. Goes the other way with it. Almost threw it back across half, but White, smart play by Tyree White to get his feet inside the halfway line there. 93-92. Alex Campbell setting up with 7 minutes on the shot, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell, a couple moves on Reynolds. Reynolds staying with him tenaciously. Put back by Robinson. No good, though. That'll be... So that's a foul on Jamal Reynolds. Tanner Giddings into the game. And a timeout called. Well, with 3:12 remaining, Island Storm 93, Highlanders 92, and the Storm will go to shoot 2 after this timeout. Question from our YouTube viewer about number 23, Chris Johnson, the North Preston, Nova Scotia star player for the Highlanders. He's not on the bench today. We didn't get any information on whether it was an injury or an illness. A few weeks ago, he had developed a bit of a stomach flu or a food poisoning kind of situation. He did get over that, came in, made a significant contribution in the games that he was back, but in street clothes today, not on the bench. We'll try and get some information on that and get back to you when we can. .312 remaining. Back to live action here and at the free throw line for the Island Storm. Number 10. 6'4" guard from Brampton, Ontario, Alex Campbell to shoot 2. Misses the first one. Kareem Cantibo to check back into the game for the Island Storm as Alex shoots this second free throw. Makes the second one. Into the game comes Canty. He'll give Campbell a rest. Reynolds to Giddings. Tanner Giddings back into the game. Gives it back to Massey. Massey. Nice handles on Massey. Couple moves on Robinson. Robinson makes a nice defensive play, blocks Massey. Ball ends up in the hands of Robinson there, and the boys are chirping each other out there. Nice stuff. Good intensity now. 2-point lead for the Storm, 94-92. Canty's got this slowed right down here with 9 on the shot clock, looking for some action. Out comes Carter's back into the game for the Island Storm. Samson Carter. Tanner Giddings working on him. 2 on the shot clock. Better pull up and go. He runs the baseline with it. And they'll call a foul.
That's a tough foul to give with 1 second left on the shot clock.
That's for sure. Tanner Giddings ends up fouling Carter as he ran the line there. 3 team fouls for the Highlanders with 2:26 remaining. The ball will be inbound from under the offensive hoop. Island Storm on offense. 14 on the shot clock. Kareem Canty to inbound. Right to Bird.
Great play. Oh,
Hiding in plain sight. It's in and out. No good. Massey grabs it. Goes the other way with it. Right to Tanner Giddings off the glass and in. Tie game. Tyree White now quarterbacking this offensive rush by the Island Storm. Samson Carter way out. Carter to Canty. Here comes, expect the screen and roll there. Inside goes Carter. Got open, but Canty had his back to him. He's going to just force it inside, put the ball in Bird's hands, and that time it went for him.
That was a great pass and a great run by Bird.
Massey back to Reynolds across center. 1:49 remaining. And Massey goes into the stands and all the way out to the tunnel. Robbie Robinson gets that foul, and that'll send Jamal Reynolds to the line to shoot 2. The momentum of Reynolds took him almost out to the Zamboni entrance of center 200. But he's back at the line now to shoot 2.
Hits the first one.
Robinson. Reynolds hits both to tie the game at 96 with 1:47 remaining. Canty slowing it right down now. Massey on him. Carter Sampson there to screen. All the way over to Tyree White, who decides to take it inside. Spin move, up off the glass and good.
That's great basketball right there. A crossover and then a spin move to create enough space to get the shot off.
George Williams been quiet in this half. He had a big, powerful first half of the game. Puts it in the hands of Massey, who shoots a 3. And he's nothing but money for the lead, 99-98. Canty gets the ball stripped from him. He gets it back. There's Massey. Out of bounds. The foul clock, the shot clock never moved. So Bernardo Fitzgonzalez is upset because there was a lot of time off that clock there.
Yeah, there was a lot of time that should have been off that clock. And I don't know if it didn't start or if there was a reset, but nobody had possession. Nobody had the ball, so it shouldn't have been a reset. You're probably looking at around 11 or 10 seconds left.
We've got the referees going to pull together for a huddle here to decide what to do. 1 minute left in this game. Highlanders by 1. Referees are going to try to figure out how many seconds went by on that offensive possession by the Island Storm. Great defense by Tanner Giddings and Bruce Massey to force Canty to give that ball up.
Yeah, it was almost a steal and an easy bucket there. It was just a great mind by Giddings to see where the pass was going to go and to strip it clean a little bit.
Referees have a tough job here. It doesn't matter what decision they make, they're going to be scorned by one side or the other. But you'd have to figure there was at least 15 off that shot clock. I wouldn't be surprised if they set it at 14 and give the advantage to... We'll see what they come up with here. They're going to set the shot clock at 15, in fact, which I think is generous for the Storm. It felt like there was more time off the clock than that, but that's fine. Calling coaches over to the line is referee number 13. Matt's going to explain to these two referees exactly why they made the decision to reset the shot clock. Coach Gonzalez now coming over. There's the explanation. Coach Gonzalez seems okay with it. Coach Kendricks, maybe not so much.
Doesn't seem like he's okay with a lot of things when it comes to the referees.
On the floor for the Storm, Samson Carter, Russell Bird, Tyree White, Robbie Robinson, and Kareem Canty for the Cape Breton Highlanders. George Williams, Tanner Giddings, Jamal Reynolds, Aaron Redpath, and their captain, the postman. He always delivers, Mr. Bruce Massey. And there it is, 14 on the shot clock. I was inspired again, Daniel. Canty now. Massey, the ball, jump ball, possession. Highlanders, I believe.
Great hustle play by Massey, the captain.
Massey with the flypaper defense, forcing the turnover.
Like the fans are thanking him for staying around, sticking out this season.
Great play by Massey to get possession back for the Highlanders in a one-point game with under a minute to go. It's 45 seconds, and Massey with the ball in his hands. Who else would you want to have it in your hands? Looking for some room, 10 on the shot clock. Massey's in tight, puts it up, and no good. And they're going to call travel on Massey. And they call travel on Bruce Massey. 36 remaining.
I agree with that call. I seen him move his pivot foot when he went for the fadeaway. That was
went for a little walk. He had possession for quite a while there. Went for a little walk with it. All right, Island Storm need a bucket here in a meaningful way. Tyree White. And look at the pressure D here. And the call will be a foul on Aaron Redpath. 14 on the shot clock. So that'll be an inbound for the Storm from the sidelines. That was a foul to give, really.
Yeah.
They wanted to create that confusion pressure up high. They did, but they got the foul as well. Robinson out of the game and Alex White back in for the final 26.8 seconds. Tyree White to inbound for the Island Storm. White to Campbell. Campbell now gives it to Kareem Canty. Canty to Samson Carter, puts it on the floor, fakes inside, and knocks it down. Great play. Timeout by the Highlanders. Island Storm 100. Cape Breton Highlanders 99. 16.4 seconds remaining in the game. And after this timeout, the Cape Breton Highlanders will have possession at half.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough shot for the Highlanders. I mean, you know where they're gonna want to go. Their first option is obviously the captain Bruce Massey, but the Storm's gonna put their best defender on him. So it's up to Gonzalez to draw something up to get somebody an open look. And there's no rush either. I mean, 16 seconds on the clock. That's lots of time to get a good, clean look.
Final 16 seconds of this game's about to be played, and .4 seconds. 1 point game. Island Storm with a century worth of points here, 100, and the Highlanders with 99. Shot clock is unnecessary. Well, no, 14 seconds on the shot clock, actually. But I think that was from the last... No, that should have been from the last Island Storm possession. Shouldn't really be a shot clock here.
No, it should just be a new 24. There should be no shot clock because... Highlanders call another timeout. I'm pretty sure that's what I seen.
Another timeout there.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that too, whether there's 14 seconds left in the shot clock.
Well, that's a good explanation. because of the timeout, we've advanced the ball up the floor, so they put 14 on the shot clock. That's why you lose the 10 seconds on your shot clock there, because of the timeout and the advancing of the ball. Well, a couple of, in football, this would be called icing the kicker, these two timeouts. You don't need a timeout to be icy in this building. It's cold in here again today. I'm going to start calling it the ice box. One offensive possession, 16.4 seconds, and a chance to take the lead here. George Williams to inbound. Massey on the floor. Giddings, Reynolds, Redpath. Ball on the floor to Massey. Massey controlling here. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 9. Massey going to run it in. Off the glass and good.
By Massey.
5.8 seconds remaining. And timeout called by the Island Storm. Well, that's just what we expected to see.
That was a great play by Massey. Coach Gonzalez, I like that play. He just let Bruce Massey get the ball in isolation and take him off the dribble to the hoop. Put a little trust in his captain.
Might be the play of the game right there. 101-100. 5.6 seconds is an eternity in basketball, so this game certainly is nowhere near over. See what kind of a play Coach Kendrick can come up with for this Island Storm team. You know, they're desperate for a win here. They're going to throw everything they got at this last 5.6 seconds. Nice bounce-back game by the Cape Breton Highlanders. And what I mean by bounce-back is losing one of your star players like Kenny Jones. They really need a win here to show the fans and the team that they're just rolling right along with the bench they have, providing tons of offense and creating an exciting atmosphere at Center 200 today for this game, welcoming their captain Bruce Massey back from his virtual hiatus. Glad to see him on the floor and again dominating the game both on the score sheet and on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh yeah, he is definitely the player of the game. It's not even a question. Bruce Massey just dominating offensively, defensively. He's rebounding the ball. He's passing the ball exceptionally. He's just a great player all around. Great night for him.
Kudos to Jamal Reynolds for coming off the bench, putting up big points. And a big tip of the hat to number 13, George Williams, who scored probably the first 9 points of this game for the Cape Breton Highlanders and was really strong off the ball as well. And now Tyree White to inbound. 5.8 on the game clock.
Gotta watch Bird. He's a shooter.
Down by 1. Expect the ball could be in the hands of any of these shooters out here right now. Canty's hot. Campbell's hot. Bird's hot. Let's see who gets the ball. Inbound, White. White to Campbell. Jamal Reynolds fouls Campbell. They have fouls to give there. That'll be another inbound.
That's a good play. If you don't like the way your defense set up, give the foul if you have one to give and let them inbound it again.
Took a second and a half off the game clock there. They'll replay this now. Inbound now. White. White finds Bird. Bird sneaks through. Ball is stripped. It's on the floor, and that's the game.
And who got the
Massey
steal?
wins.
Massey.
Highlanders win 101-100.
Great play. Great play. What a perfect way to end out this game from the captain.
And a look of dejection on the face of the Island Storm as the Cape Breton Highlanders storm back and win it 101-100. Fantastic. Next home game for the Cape Breton Highlanders on January 20th. Well, what an exciting game and a big win. The 11th win of the season for these Highlanders. Welcoming their captain.
Great fashion. They relied on Bruce Massey the whole game, him and Jamal Reynolds, the two returning players. And it was just an excellent offensive showing by both teams, but in the end, defense.
On behalf of the Cape Breton Highlanders, we look forward to seeing you again on January 20th when we see the St. John Riptide come into the building. Between then, the Cape Breton Highlanders will head to Ontario and play all of the teams in the Ontario division before they come back here to play St. John. On behalf of Daniel Breon, I'm Stephen Antle. Take care of each other. We'll see you for this next broadcast of the National Basketball League of Canada's Cape Breton Highlanders.
Have a great night.